And we'll break down a sweep, and then we'll enter into a submission, which is always a nice element of learning how to finish a sweep, is studying how your opponent reacts. And a lot of times you can manipulate that reaction into a submission right away. So in this case, working from this guard here, I call it butterfly guard. I have my hooks inside, my heels are on the mat, but my toes are curled up, always connected to my partner's inner thighs. Knees are flared out at a 45-degree angle. This is really important. And generally speaking, from this distance, I need to get in tighter. It's not wrong, but I always take caution of just going straight in. Straight in, it's easy for him to time me and start to change the angle of my knees and break down my guard. So I always look at it when we're gonna go after our opponent, pick a side. I'm gonna make an angle, and I'll work the overhook tonight. We're just gonna go this way. We can go underhook as well. Sometimes when you do this, your partner pummels their arm back underneath to get that control, which leads me with this anyway. So all we're doing here, it's just imagine like you're looking at your watch. I bring my wrist up. I'm not in it for tonight. We're not working on lapels or anything like that. It's just elbow control. Now all I need to do is work on his wrist. From here, I can pin his hand to his own knee, his hip. If he's touching my knee, that's fine too. I just want to drop my shoulder, elevate my hook. And when my partner falls, the hook goes from the top leg to the bottom leg. You're going to end up in basically quarter guard. You're going to end up this way with a staple, irregardless whether he's holding my foot or not. Finishing the sweep is just as important as the sweep itself, because I want to make sure I maintain some element of control, and the staple manages his hips. And one of the things that we really want for what we're about to do is I need a little reaction from him, turning on his side, trying to escape. The staple is going to help, but I need his shoulders like this. So once again, butterfly, make an angle, secure that overhook, look at the time, look at your watch to control the arm. You see how his hand is already on my knee. You'll find a lot of times they'll put that hand there to minimize your movement. Take advantage of that. I just check his wrist, drop my shoulder, elevate the hook, push off my supporting leg, and then switch. Then we come right up in here. From here, actually let's do this two parts. We're just gonna do the sweep first, but I wanna see everybody finish in this position. Quarter guard, now it's an underhook, and my partner's sideways. Let's just work on that. We'll do 2 segments. Here, you see the sensitivity of the hook. You're transferring energy from the top hook to the bottom. We're not trying to mount, we're not trying to get side control. One of the things you have to remember when we're sweeping from this position, the space between our hips dictates what position I end up. If my hips are close, now I can mount. It makes sense, because he's right over me. But to the side, there's too much room. I'll either end up in his half guard, or maybe his butterfly guard, because there's too much space. So when he falls, I'm just transferring that hook, and I'm keeping this for now. See the position I'm ending up in? This is how I'd like you guys, okay? Any questions? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. The overhook is such a good control because you get elbow control. He can't post. So if you remember, I moved my hip out. I created the angle. But a lot of times when you get here, because he knows it's so easy for me to dump him this way, your partner will naturally adjust their balance to that side. So I sort of already anticipate that. I just make this angle. Anytime he realigns or tries moving this way, the sweep is waiting for him. It's like he has no post. So I want you guys to remember that. That's always like in your pocket. But going back to this, I have the overhook, checking my watch, I block, sweep, and then we come up quarter guard, and you see the configuration of his arm. What we're gonna do here, it's like I wanna arm lock him, but not really. I lower my elbow and start to break, no, stay there. This is what I want. everybody, you'll feel this. Your elbow is going to start to hyperextend. So it's an easy arm lock to remove himself from because he's just going to turn his arm and fold it in. Now I punch my arm through. And all we want to do is control his arm, cup the back of the head. This is the perfect control because now the blade of my wrist is right on the side of his neck. So this is a head arm choke, an arm triangle. 2/3 of it is my arm, the other third of it is this. So this is the important component you want to manage. My chest has to stay in line with this arm. It can't be up, it can't be out. Even this way, it's off. Here, you see how I still keep the staple? The reason why we're bringing the head in is if he extends his upper body and stretches, see, now I lose the position. So I want to kind of bring this in. Now my elbow will help compensate. Elbow comes over the back of his neck, and now I just weave my fingers in. When you weave your fingers in, there's the lock, and you're just going to palm the back. Because we wear the uniform, this is really nice. If you cannot reach, grab your own fabric. You can go like this. I'll hold the fabric. Same amount of pressure. And then all we're doing from here is elbows in, and I drop my chest on his arm. Right there. Just going basically darce choke. We're in this position, but you see how you have this overhook. It's hard to get in here because his arm's blocking, so we stress the elbow. He'll get the arm out of the way. Right here. So I control the arm and control the neck. Bring the head in. Then settle your chest, elbow in, lock, and then, sorry. The finishing mechanics are this. Elbows together and the weight of your chest on that arm as you drop your hips.
It's a good show.
And it's a gi
Slow
too.
down.
It's not just no
That's
gi.
no gi.
Yes,
The release of the pressure on the elbow is causing him or baiting him to move the arm from.
Yeah, let me borrow you for a minute, Andrew, just so you can feel. I kind of struggled with this for a while. Like, how can we get this darce? Let's turn you this way. I'm just gonna be on your side. We'll kind of go right to this point. If I try to go under, see, your arm does a good job. I just wanna, see, and then this is the control right here. I want to bring your neck in, get my chest behind, and now my elbow, and then elbows together and drop the chest. Got it. Very, very tight choke, but it's a nice finishing position, finishing technique from this position. Okay, do we need to see again, or any questions?
Just one question,
Yes,
Professor. I didn't catch how you're making the arm bend. Sorry.
Just go on your side. It's kind of like old school jiu-jitsu arm lock. I'm just trying to, like you'll see guys when they get underhooks, guys will punch their arm up to hyperextend that elbow.
Oh.
That. But I really don't want to, I don't want to even hurt him here. I just put tension for him to clear it. And then it's making sure I control the wrist, control his head, position my body. Now he's in trouble. And the last thing we just want to remember is from here, the elbow to keep the bend in his neck. I can't allow him to stretch. So hold, in, lock, elbows, chest. Okay, we good? Awesome, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Think of this rule. My partner is on his back. I stay on top because I need to maximize the pressure of my body against his arm. This is what's going to seal the choke. Sometimes people will get here and then they throw their hip down. And you can see like it all unravels. When he's on his back, this is the finishing position. But sometimes if you're dealing with people that are big and strong and they're able to work their way back to their knees, if they are up, you go down. It's very important, that distinction. If Professor Mark gets to his knees, and I'm trying to do it now, I don't have the leverage. There's a complete disconnect between my chest and his arm at this point. Once you lock, your partner starts to get up. Now I go down and my hip goes under. And that's how you finish the choke. You're connecting your body to his tricep, this whole, the top part of his arm, the whole time. It is a constant application of pressure. He needs to feel this. If he gets to his knees, it's still, I'm driving his arm into his neck. So you guys can practice this. You can get just like this. And you can even hold like this. Just hold the neck. Just make sure you track the arm. And when your partner gets up, you slide and your hip goes under. See the angle of his arm? Mm-hmm. If I lock and elbows together, you finish the choke. I just tell you this for 2 reasons. One, when you get on top and you lock it perfect, don't fall to your back. But if you lock it and your partner gets up, you fall to your back. As long as it's locked in and you follow that mechanic, you'll finish the choke. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So all I'd like, you can practice like, you see how I'm controlling Professor Mark's head, just so I'm not squeezing the hell out of him the whole time. But as he starts to get up, I drop my hip and go under. Of course, you need this or this, because this is an important component of actually finishing the choke live. But just as important is how I'm connecting the lower half of my body to his arm, applying constant pressure. Okay, so do it from the top and have your partner just gently get to their knees, and let's work that transition. In my opinion, it's even tighter when you do it from your back. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3.